Hi, my name is Kirsten Tibballs. I'm going to share with you today a fantastic dessert recipe. It's in fact a baked cheesecake. We're going to start with a vanilla cake on the base, which is cooked in the fan force oven. We're then going to top it with a baked cheesecake with a passion fruit flavour, which we're going to delicately steam in the steam oven. The combination of the two is outstanding. We're going to then finish it off with a cinnamon crumble. It really showcases the advantages of using the steam oven in conjunction with the fan forced oven. Preheat the oven on the fan plus setting at 160 degrees Celsius so it has time to heat up while we prepare the cake. We're making a vanilla cake, which is easy to make and it's a great staple to have in your recipe library. To start, we whisk up some eggs, sugar, we add in some vanilla bean paste. You can also use a cut and scrape vanilla bean. I'm going to turn the mixer on until it's really light and fluffy. While this is mixing, I'm going to sieve all the dry ingredients. I have some cream here that I've heated in the microwave. While it's whisking, I'm going to drizzle the warm cream in. It doesn't need to be boiling, just needs to be warmed. Once you've incorporated the cream, keep mixing for approximately a minute. Next, we incorporate the sieved dry ingredients. In here I have plain flour, cinnamon and baking powder. The baking powder is going to help to give us a lift in the oven to give us a beautiful moist and light cake. Then we fold those dry ingredients through. I've melted the butter in the Miele microwave. I take some of the cake batter, place it into the butter, and I mix the two together. The reason I do this is because it brings the butter to a similar consistency of the cake batter, and then we gently fold it through. Once that's combined, you're going to place it into a cake tin, or I'm using a cake ring. With the cake ring, I've greased it, I've lined it with baking paper, and I've placed foil on the base. As I mentioned, you can use a cake tin as well. This is 180 millimeters in diameter. I've spread the batter out. That now goes into the oven for approximately 15 to 18 minutes, or until when you press on the surface, it bounces back. Vanilla cake is out of the oven, ready for the cheesecake to go on top. This is a beautiful cheesecake recipe, but what makes it extra special is actually cooking it in the steam oven. The texture cannot be replicated in a standard oven. I have some cream cheese here. Make sure it's at room temperature. I'm going to whip this up for about 3 minutes until there's no lumps and it's quite light. Add in both sugars, so I have caster sugar and some brown sugar. The brown sugar is going to give some caramel tones to the cheesecake with the molasses in the brown sugar. Mix that together, then we're going to add the eggs in one at a time. Next we add in cream, sour cream, and I'm using a passion fruit juice. The cream cheese, cream and sour cream are all local from really good quality producers. While the cream cheese is mixing, I'm going to set the steam oven. Turn the steam oven on. We'll open it up to enable us to place water into the canister. Fill the canister up. Select the steam function and we're going to set the oven at 100 degrees Celsius. Place a cheesecake mixture in on top of the vanilla cake. Place foil on top before it goes into the oven on shelf position 2 for approximately 40 minutes. There is endless possibilities when you're using a steam oven. Everything from choux pastry to a steamed pudding to a cheesecake, it gives you the perfect texture every time. I'm creating a crumble which is going to give us a beautiful texture and flavour on top of our cheesecake. First thing we need to do is preheat the oven at 170 degrees Celsius with Fan Plus. This is such a delicious crumble, but really easy. All the ingredients go in together. So I have some unsalted butter, brown sugar, which is going to give us a beautiful flavour in the finished crumble. Some sea salt, cinnamon, and some plain flour. The flour I'm using is made from 100% Australian wheat. Mix all these ingredients together until you have a crumble. You don't want it to come together as a dough. The most important thing is to ensure that you have no lumps of butter. Crumble is ready. I'm using the Miele tray, which is non-stick. So you can put it directly onto the tray, spread it out. This is going to bake for 15 to 18 minutes or until you've got a beautiful golden brown color. This can be made in advance and it can be frozen either raw or baked. The cheesecake is completely chilled. Just prior to serving, place a crumble on top. The texture of this cheesecake is literally like eating a cloud. It is so soft, but the delicious flavor has been maintained because we've been able to maintain that by the delicate temperature control that we've created by steaming the cheesecake rather than cooking it in a standard oven. Once you try a Miele steam oven, you'll realize the possibilities are endless.